Welcome to Election News Bulletin. Republican Donald Trump secured Indiana's 11 electoral votes in Tuesday's presidential election, defeating Democrat Kamala Harris. Indiana, a reliably conservative state where Republicans have controlled the governor's office for 2 decades, chose Trump in his third White House run. Known for its strong Republican lean, Indiana has supported Trump in each of his presidential races. In both 2016 and 2020, Trump earned 57% of vote here, solidifying his popularity among Indiana voters. Trump's latest Indiana victory adds to his history of electoral support in the Midwest, reinforcing his appeal in conservative regions. With the state's consistent backing, Trump has maintained strong connections with Hoosier voters, bolstering his national electoral campaign. This win further emphasizes Indiana's position as a key part of the Republican electoral landscape. Looking forward, Trump's performance in Indiana may influence his strategies and focus areas in the coming days as he aims for more success in other states. Former President Donald Trump won Kentucky's 8 electoral votes in the presidential election on Tuesday, marking his third victory in the state. The Associated Press called Kentucky for the Republican nominee shortly after polls closed. Trump's win was widely expected as he had previously won Kentucky by more than 25 percentage points in both 2016 and 2020. In his past 2 presidential races, Trump took all but 2 of Kentucky's 120 counties, Jefferson and Fayette, which include Louisville and Lexington. Kentucky's strong Republican base showed continued support for Trump, confirming the state's preference for conservative leadership. In other Kentucky races, Republicans were also projected to hold 5 of the state's 6 U.S. House seats, maintaining a strong presence. The Associated Press had not yet declared winners for these seats, but Republicans faced minimal competition as Democrats did not field candidates against U.S. Representatives Thomas Massie and Hal Rogers. In Kentucky's Iron Democratic-leaning district, U.S. Representative Morgan McGarvey from Louisville secured his second term. Trump's Kentucky victory highlights his continued appeal in conservative states as he aims for further electoral wins. Vice President Kamala Harris won Vermont's 3 electoral votes in the 2024 election, marking her first win. The Associated Press called the race at 7 p.m. immediately after polls closed. Neither Harris nor her opponent campaigned heavily in Vermont, a state that has consistently voted Democratic since 1988. In 2020, President Joe Biden carried Vermont with 66% of the vote over former President Donald Trump. In 2020, President Joe Biden carried Vermont with 66% of the vote over former President Donald Trump. In 2016, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton also defeated Trump in the state, showing Vermont's strong Democratic lean. Some Vermont voters supported Harris because of her stance on women's rights. Pittsford resident Connor Eaton said he voted for Harris to support the women in his life, including his mother, sister, and girlfriend. Another resident, Debbie Popovich, who voted for Trump in 2016, chose Harris this time, saying women's rights were important to her, especially after her experiences working in a male-dominated field. In a notable move, Vermont's Republican Governor Phil Scott also voted for Harris, stating he put country over party and opposed Trump, similar to his choice to vote for Biden in 2020.